TGIF, it's the St. Patrick's Day show. Lucky the Irish be with you. It is a fantastic Friday from the center of North America, the show about food, fun places, mayhem of life, and of course St. Patrick's Day incorporates all those things. And we're all a little green today. I know St. Patrick's Day isn't until Sunday, but we don't have a show on Sunday. So today is St. Patrick's Day. So welcome into a green beach bunker. Good morning. Happy Friday. The weekend is here. I'm an Irish unicorn. I'm even wearing green. I hope you are too. It's a PD day, so kids aren't in school today. Oh, we're going to have a fun show today. There's going to be lots of green beer, Irish whiskey, drunk people. Jennifer Murray is back for another St. Patrick's Day. I guess you do it more than once. It's a tradition. Jen Murray is Westman's most famous and most beloved Irish person. She is so fun. She's so funny. And she teaches us Irish swear words, which we really enjoy. Or I guess not swear words, but, you know, inappropriate things that you may or may not want to say. Foods from Ireland that you may or may not want to eat. And we always have a lot of fun when Jen is on the show. And we had her on season 1. And so she'll hopefully join us after 7:30 this morning. We do have some breaking news this morning, and we will elaborate on this after we do the good thing and the welcome aboard. But if you're headed out the door and part of your routine is McDonald's, and it shouldn't be, it should be Tim Hortons because they're a sponsor of this show. They are experiencing a worldwide outage this morning. Sound familiar? So it was phones. AT&T was blamed for that when it was phones a few weeks back. And then what was the other outage? There was another massive outage after the phones. And now, and this is not just McDonald's in Canada. This is Australia, Japan, the United States. Now, I'm not sure, you know, even as we're speaking, some of them might come back online. But this has affected their computer infrastructure around the world. So we're going to elaborate on that a little bit later. Also, this morning, the science of luck. With St. Patrick's Day on Sunday, they say it's the luck of the Irish. How lucky are you? And I want you to think of the time that you won a prize. Everybody has won something. It could be that stuffed animal at the fair from the bottom shelf, and it is now hanging from your rearview mirror in your car. something like that. It could be a sticker that you got from some radio station that's not on the air anymore. We've all won something at one time or another. And I hope to share a story that I have not shared publicly before from my radio days, and something that I won while being on the radio. How does that happen? Is that even allowed? It shouldn't be. It wasn't. It's confusing. I'll explain. It's a good story. Coming up also, there is a lot of fun memes going around on three big topics this morning that we will sprinkle into our St. Patrick's Day fun. Self-checkouts have turned into self-security at Loblaws. You know what I'm talking about? Not only do you have to check your stuff, now you're going to be doing your own security. I've always done my own pat-downs and rather enjoyed those. Just patting myself down. There's been lots of great pothole memes making the rounds. We'll talk about that. And police in Toronto are saying now that the break-ins and car thefts are so rampant that they're just saying, dear citizens of Toronto, please keep your keys where they're easily accessible at the door, in your porch. So when robbers come in, they have easy access to your keys if they need to steal your vehicle. I'm not making this stuff up. We'll have some fun with it. We'll get all riled up. It's not happening here, thank God. But it is happening somewhere. We're going to take a look outside. We got some nice weather this morning. Look at the shamrocks. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Oh, everybody's lucky. You're lucky. I'm lucky. We're all lucky as we take a look at the roads. Look at this for Westman Shuttle. For a first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg, hire westmanshuttle.com. 730-2333. Westman Shuttle. Looking at the roads this morning, the drive into Winnipeg is not too bad. It'll be blowing you all over the road, though, later today and into tonight. Now, the good news is that we do have temperatures above freezing. So we're supposed to be mostly cloudy. We'll see a little bit of sun, +5 for the high today. But as soon as the sun comes up, Mother Nature's going to try and clear things out, and it's not going to work very well. So she'll get huffy and puffy, and the winds will blow. Like, we're talking 80-kilometer-an-hour winds this afternoon. So careful on the roads, especially if you're driving a larger vehicle. It could push you right off the road at 100K. So be careful. It's going to try and clear out. Not successful. Saturday, we could see 2 centimeters of snow, kind of a repeat of what we had yesterday. Just enough to cover the ground, just enough to just maybe shovel, maybe use a brush to get rid of it. And then Sunday, sunshine -7, and then we're back to sun and +5 on Monday. So not a terrible forecast, but definitely a windy one. And there is a look at your roads. Now, the St. Patrick's Day logo is covering up a camera that is not working this morning, so it's not like we're losing any real estate there, okay? Let's take a look at our air temperature map this morning, and here's how things are looking across the continent as we continue our countdown to spring. Just 4 days to go now. Can you believe it? Next week is spring. That is fantastic. Oh, man. Here's the wind chill map. And here is a look at the snowpack, which is being a little bit stubborn. A little bit stubborn with the snow. And like I said, we may see a little bit more snow on Saturday. All right, kids aren't in school today, so let's see who is up and about and getting ready for work. Maybe just you and me. No kids running around. They're sleeping in. Let's welcome aboard on the St. Patrick's Day edition of the show. Let's see who we have got in Sunseeker chat. Good morning to you. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you early. Green beer will be flowing, I hope. It's so good to see you. Cheers to you. Cheers to me. Should we ever disagree? To hell with you, and here's to me. I don't think that's how it goes, but maybe I screwed it up. Nice hot cup of coffee with a little bit of Irish cream. Little bit of Irish whiskey, maybe. Little bit of Irish whiskey, maybe. All right, Everyone's wearing green in chat this morning. Oh, that's so nice. Everyone's got their shamrocks on. Road Reverend's got a shamrock hat on. Tasha-licious is top to bottom, green dress, green shoes, green headband. Cheryl is looking great in green, Cheryl Bertram. And welcome to all three of you, our early risers, excited about St. Patrick's Day and Twitch this morning. Happy Friday. Oh, sorry, it's not a dress. Tasha is in green PJs. Top to bottom, I picture you in a onesie. One of those green onesie with the green Care Bear on the front, with the green leprechaun, or the clover leaf. What is that called? The shamrock on there. Happy early St. Patrick's Day. Aylin is joining us on TikTok. Good morning and welcome. Jacqueline is also here on TikTok. It's good to see you on a Friday. Progmen, good morning to you too on TikTok. Cindy is here on Facebook and says, good morning, Sunseekers. I'm so bummed I have to work today. I'm going to miss the St. Patrick's Day show. Well, Cindy, that's the beauty of the Twitch platform. Every show you watch or don't watch is available to you for 14 days on the platform. I especially enjoy it because I can't watch my buddy Eric Zane because he's on the same time as I am. So except for Monday. Starting Monday, he starts his new gig at Q100 FM in Michigan, and he's going to be right on after this show. So if you want to catch his show, I hope he doesn't run himself into the ground. He is going to keep his live stream and podcast going and do the morning show on the radio at the same time. Ooh. Lots of juggling going on there. Anywho, don't worry. You can get it on demand when the show is done. We'll think of you. We'll cheers you. You'll be here in spirit. And Cindy says, yes, I will catch up later. And listen to all the laughs. Have an awesome weekend, guys. Here's to Suckin' Diesel. Suckin' Diesel! The greatest Irish slang ever. You think to yourself, ooh, that's not very nice. Sucking diesel. No, we learned that last year. That's when things are cooking. It's kind of like we say cooking with gas. We're really giving her now. We're sucking diesel. Quentin is here. Good morning. Happy Friday. Wearing his green tuxedo. Looking fantastic. Janine Fleury Urbanovich is here on Facebook. Good morning. Have a great weekend. Stay out of those potholes. That is a hard thing to do. Some of the memes that are going around about the potholes are pretty friggin' awesome. And we got some that you probably haven't seen. Show you later in the show. They're everywhere. They're awful. They're lakes. They're oceans. Nick Adams, top of the morning to you, Sunseekers on Facebook. Good morning, Nick, all in green. Maybelline 1962 is here on Twitch. Jody Kaslick is here on Facebook this morning. Good morning. Nick says, I know it's not the ice cream machine because that thing never works. Oh, at the Mickey D's. Oh, yeah, this is pretty wild. Now, McDonald's has said in a statement that they understand there is a problem. They appreciate your patience, and they say that it is not a cybersecurity incident. Kind of like the AT&T outage. What was the other one? There was another outage. The AT&T one stands out to me the biggest because, it was huge, and then AT&T had to wear that one. I can't remember what the other one was, but there was another big one. So now McDonald's will join the loop. Hopefully it doesn't last long for them. Because I don't like when the show is down, and that has happened to us twice in a year and a bit. And it's never fun. It's a bit chaotic, so I can understand that they're concerned about that. Lindy is here this morning. Good morning, Lindy, on Twitch. Good to see you. Karen Enns is here on Twitch. Nick Adams, we said good morning to you. He says, are the pat downs easier when you just wear shorts all the time? Yes, they are. Self pat down at the grocery store. Is this a cucumber you bought on sale? Why, yes, it is. Is it the mini variety? Well, I have no comment on that. They grow them rather small now, and you know what? They're good on a salad. And for pickles. Trev Webb says, good pothole morning. Good pothole morning. Good. He's just rubbing his hands together. All the mechanics are all lined up at the garage door. Hut, 10, hut, are you ready to roll? Shock struts, yes, sir. Shock struts, yes, sir. Let's get all these shocks and struts replaced on thousands of vehicles, everybody's vehicle. Joni is here on TikTok. Good morning, Joni. Linda Horvath Johnson on Facebook. It's nice to see you. Ryan Marcus is here, and he's got his green Stanley Cup with Irish cream in it, I bet you. Ready to go? Cheers, pal. Good to see you. Happy Friday. Selena Bone is here on Facebook, and she's doing the emoji that goes off to work. I inserted the emotion into your comment. I'm off to work. I just picture that's how it's going. But it's Friday. You can do this. You're going to get through it. We'll do it. Trev says, I was driving down 18th by Dairy Queen. I was followed by a Chevy Spark, and then it was gone. I love it. Well, I don't love it, but that is so true. Watch out, cyclists. They are warning cyclists in the city. Be careful, because we do not have fire and rescue crews to rescue you. They're on the rooftop raising funds right now, and there have been several 911 calls. Cyclists in the bottom of potholes. Help, help, help. I'm stuck down here at the Pizza Hut. Yeah, Dairy Queen, Pizza Hut. You know what? And I have business to do in that area. I have people I need to see. Legitimately. People I have to see. I'm just saying, can it wait another week? I'm just totally avoiding 18th and Park altogether. I am not going in that area. I'm just not going there. It's so bad. It is awful. They need to shut that intersection down and put gravel or something. Oh, my God. Nick says it's on Facebook, the beauty of being yourself in the beach bunker. You can drink whenever you want. They'll believe you when you say it's coffee. You're on to me, Nick. You are on to me. Isn't it great? And you're along for the ride, pal. I wouldn't have it any other way. Tammy Johnson is here on Facebook and says, Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody. Yes, happy St. Patrick's Day, Tammy. Early St. Patrick's Day. It was Rogers at one point, says Nick. Yeah, Rogers was out, but no, recently. What was the second one? I can't think of it. Rogers was out. AT&T was out. And there was another one. Tasha loves the headband. Thanks, Tasha. I am a unicorn. I am a unicorn. I am a local media person. I'm local. 100% local, which makes me a unicorn. I kid. But you know what? Local media is kind of going bye-bye. I'm the last of the local media. Everybody is in other cities, in other towns. They're in Winnipeg and Toronto, where they say, come and steal a car if you wanna. I'm the last of the local media. Okay, little preview, little bit of drinking going on here. Little bit of Irish whiskey happening. Irish whiskey for you and for me. Have another sip? Okay, I will. Oh, you're going to want to stick around for the ride. Let's talk about a good thing. Okay, look at this. Ooh, more good luck Shamrocks. Woo, it's raining Shamrocks. 4-leaf clovers for everybody. 4-leaf clovers. Okay, so yesterday's good thing. We'll continue to welcome people into the beach bunker in a very friendly Irish green way as the morning goes on. Heather Howdle on Facebook, good morning. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. Hope you have a safe and enjoyable weekend and maybe some stew and some green beer. And I made this mistake last year talking to Jennifer saying, so tell me about the Irish stew. And it's like, that's not Irish food. This is Irish food. And then she'll tell us about all the good Irish food. Should play some Irish Rovers today. Could have been the whiskey. Might have been the gin. Could have been the Steve or six-pack. I don't know, but look at the rest. I mean, my head is like a football. I think I'm going to die. Wasn't that a party? Isn't that what they sing? And then there's Grandma got run over by a reindeer. That's it. Or yeah, that's Irish Rovers, isn't it? Hey, Molly's here. Hey, Molly on Twitch. Good morning. Okay, so we're getting into good things. Thanks, Cheryl, for keeping us on track. GT, good thing. Cheryl says delivered a birthday present for somebody yesterday. How awesome is that? Oh, man. Nick says my good thing is more for today. It's 23 years since I moved to Manitoba from Prince Edward Island. That's awesome. See, we knew you were an East Coaster, Nick, because here's the thing. When people from Ontario and Quebec move to Manitoba, we smell them. We know what's up there. We know what that's all about, and we go, nyeh. Now, people from PEI, New Brunswick, Newfoundland, if there wasn't an accent on some of them, we wouldn't know. You just fit right in. You're fun-loving, good people that just like to have a good time. And then, unlike I'm from Toronto. Do you guys have running water in Brandon? Like, oh my God. This isn't like Toronto. This is so cold here. It's like, bring the Easterners. Oh, we got somebody that moved in next door. Oh, where are they from? Newfoundland. Oh, God. There goes my liver. There goes my liver. They're from Newfoundland? Oh, my God. Out comes the fiddle, out comes the spoons, out comes the harmonica and the rum. Look out. They're great people, great people. Welcome, Nick, again after 23 years. Quentin cataloged his vinyl records yesterday. Oh, and the kids were helping out. What are these, Dad? What are these black things, and how do you listen to them? What kind of machine do you put these in? Well, you spin them, kids, and there's a needle that you drop. In fact, you're pretty cool if you say, I'm going to drop a needle right now. It sounds like you're at a safe consumption site, Dad. No, I'm dropping a needle means I'm going to listen to some music. Let's drop a needle, kids. Gather round. I've got my pipe lit, and we shall listen to some Engelbert Humperdinck. Yes, that is an actual singer, and you can Google his name. It was always good for a little giggle once upon a time, but he is a great singer, and we shall enjoy it together. Gather round, Engelbert Humperdinck. Very good singer. Any other good things from yesterday? My good thing is, and this is a great thing, got my work done, and over the lunch hour, instead of having lunch, I grabbed my favorite blanket, this thick quilt, and as I watched the snow come down, it was supposed to end at lunchtime, but it didn't, and I'm watching the snow come down, and I crawl under this nice warm blanket. That was my lunch hour yesterday, and I feel this tug, and I'm like, what the heck? And it's my little puppy. He's down at the end, and he wants to come under the blanket, and so I had another little nap with my puppy. It was such a nice lunch hour. Best lunch hour. Plus, I didn't have any calories. It was a calorie-free lunch. It was fantastic. That doesn't happen very often. Tasha says, we have fiddles too and spoons. Yes, you're an East Coaster. Yes. Oh, I know, Tosh. Oh, do I know. Trev says, half the people that live in Toronto, or more than half the people that live in Toronto, aren't from Toronto. Yeah, something happens once they get there. I don't know what's going on there. Michelle Olenek is here on Twitch. Good morning. Yesterday's good thing. Just throw it out there, toss it out there. Something good from yesterday. Could be big, could be small. We like to hear it all. It's something positive to start the day. And my other good thing is Jen agreed to come on the show again, which was awesome. She's very excited. It's the once a year we chat. I never run into her. It's a small town. I never run into Jen. I'd like to. She is such a great person. Tasha says, good thing yesterday was finishing my school week. Got out 45 minutes early. Oh, yeah, that is fantastic. And Michelle says, parent-teacher interviews went super well. And so today is what? Is today more parent-teacher interviews? Professional development? I'm not sure. Well, that's good to hear, though, Michelle. Excellent. Thank you so much. Yesterday's good thing. Way to go. Fantastic. We're going to take a quick beach break. And forgive me, but we have to stick with the theme. There won't be any palm trees on the beach break today. I know. Oh, We always have palm trees, except for it's St. Patrick's Day. So we're going to attempt to connect to Ireland. Live shot Ireland. A beach in Ireland is just as you picture it in your mind right now. This is why they drink. Oh, it's gray. It's so gray. And I hear people singing in the distance. And I hear beer mugs clanging, and calling my name. Yes, we'll take a look at that beach in just a second. First, if you need new shocks or struts, they are your Pothole headquarters. Pothole Repair Headquarters, OEM parts at Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC Certified Service Express. Right now, though, they do have a special truck lovers special. If you drive a truck, they know trucks best. Special offer on a multi-point vehicle inspection and tire rotation. It's a required service outlined in your owner's manual, right? Helps improve your fuel economy and emissions, and it helps protect against high repair costs that might come later, brakes and tires and stuff. And this only costs $52. It's $52, the multi-point inspection. They'll go through it, rotate your tires. The special's on until the end of the month for $52 at murraychevbrandon.com. You can even book your appointment online. When you go to get your donuts today, get the black and gold Wheat Kings donut. They're available today and tomorrow only. Tim Hortons night tomorrow, the Wheat Kings and Prince Albert Raiders at the Keystone Center. And because it's Tim Hortons night tomorrow night at the Wheat Kings game, you can win some amazing prizes, including coffee for a year from Tim Hortons. And, of course, they've got Roll Up the Rim to Win on as well. But right now, for today and tomorrow, go to Tim Hortons. This is the Brandon locations. The Brandon locations have the gold, the black and gold Wheat Kings donuts. Get your hands on them before they're gone. Tim Hortons of Western Manitoba in Brandon, Virden, Neepawa, Dauphin, and Moosomin. Alternative Choice Garden Center. Tomorrow is Pilates and Plants tomorrow afternoon at the Garden Center. And again, there is only 3 of these left. So get in on that while you can, okay, over at Alternative Choice Garden Center at the corner of 34th and Patricia. It's just $15. You can actually reserve your spot by going to alternativegroup.ca. You can also reserve your spot for Tuesday yoga. And again, people are loading up on seeds. They're loading up on supplies. Spring, what do we say, 4 days away? This would be a great weekend to go check out the greenhouse, okay, and all the amazing things they have to offer as we get ready for silly season in the growing department at Alternative Choice Garden Center at the corner of 34th and Patricia. McDonald's outage. Here's the latest now this morning.
Giant McDonald's is scrambling to fix a system meltdown that's forced the closure of stores across the country.
Elspeth Hussey's at the West Terrace outlet, and customers are being turned away.
They are, Rosanna. It's Friday night and people are pulling in here at what is one of Adelaide's busiest.
This started in Australia and kind of moved across the globe, actually.
These bollards in front of the drive-through and a sign on the door. Now, staff told us that it was around 4:30 this afternoon when their FPOS terminals and their kiosks went down, meaning they couldn't take any orders at all. They say customers were in the store at the time too, and they did their best to fulfil those orders before closing the store. And it is a similar story right across the country tonight. This is a
and around the world. The United States is affected by this. Canada is affected. We have no word yet whether or not locally it's affected in Brandon and Neepawa, Dauphin, but
impacted too. Customers are still rolling in here now.
But they did say Canada was affected by this too.
Already parked. Already paid for the parking ticket. But
did he just drop the F-bomb?
I noticed that it says, sorry, we're
Did he just swear?
This is the second Macca's I've been to. I thought it was a joke first up because I didn't go in and ask, and come here and now. Yeah,
and now I'm pissed off because I didn't get my stuff that I wanted to get. You know who's it for. I know this. This is, you don't even need an investigation. Because the mascots, when the mascots came back, remember they did that thing where they brought the mascots back for a little bit of time? Guess who didn't come back? The Hamburglar. He's pissed. The Hamburglar is pissed off. He has hired some hackers. You totally put this on the Hamburglar. Get him. Get him. Ryan says Bill Gates. Greg says whoop whoop. Yeah, so yeah, add this to the growing list of companies that have been hit by these major outages. AT&T, T-Mobile, now McDonald's. hit with an outage. Loblaws hit with another outage. Loblaws hit with a blowback based on the fact that they're trying to get people to do their own security. We'll get more on that coming up in just a second. First, let's see if we can connect now to this beach. And it's actually not bad, and we actually got a sunny day. Oh, my gosh. And there was a woman on the beach with her daughter. This is so pretty. Oh, my gosh. This is a live shot. This is called Bourne Beach in Ireland as we get set for St. Patrick's Day. Can you see them there? They're so tiny. Mom and her daughter just looking out onto the ocean. Please just stand there. Watch your kid. We're going to watch her kid at the ocean. This is incredible. Okay, we're going to take a quick beach break, and we'll be back with more in just a second on this St. Patrick's Day edition of the Tyler Glen Show. This is so awesome. I'm so glad we got a sunny day. So I'm setting this up yesterday, and it was it's raining and gross. And I'm like, well, there are not many beach cams in Ireland. So I just kept my fingers crossed and look at that. My first little bit of good luck this morning. And look at that, mom and daughter. They walked off screen, and they're enjoying their Friday walk. What a beautiful beach that is. I apologize. No palm trees, but that's okay. That is a live shot at what is just after lunchtime in Ireland, just off the coast of Ireland as we get set for St. Patrick's Day weekend. Thank you for being here on the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life as we take a look at your roads for Westman Shuttle. Your first-class ride from Brandon to Winnipeg, 730-2333. Here are the roads, and they're supposed to, well, get a little windy. It's not going to affect the road conditions, so to speak, but it will affect your driving because it'll blow you all over the road today. 80-kilometer-an-hour winds are expected, and that'll come later this afternoon, so do be careful if you are hitting the road later today and tomorrow as well. We are expecting about 2 centimeters of snow to come tomorrow. So be careful. All right, I am going to attempt to do a whole bunch of things at one time here. So we're going to connect with Jennifer, our favorite Irish person of all time, in just a second. I hope your Friday's off to a great start. Again, coming up next hour, I do want you to think about the time you won something. It could be a big prize or a small prize, but everybody has won something at one time or another. And coming up next hour, that is the VIP hour, the hour exclusively for our friends on Twitch. We're going to talk about Luck of the Irish and the stuff, and a story I've never, ever shared publicly before about my time at a radio station where I won a prize. And that shouldn't be allowed to happen, should it? Well, that's what makes for an interesting story coming up next hour. Let's take a look at the air temperature map as our countdown to spring continues. We've got 4 days, 16 hours, and 25 minutes to go until spring. How awesome is that? Ryan says he never wins. That's not true. That's why I'm giving you a heads up now. I even want to hear if you want a sticker. You're telling me you haven't won a sticker from like a radio station? Or like, remember when Walmart used to give you a free cookie when you used to walk around the store? They don't do that anymore. That's good luck. Hey, welcome to the store. Here's a cookie. It was for the kids. Kids would say, I don't want a cookie, Dad. Take the cookie. Dad will have your cookie. Okay, let's take a look at the wind chill. And then we'll see if we can connect with Jennifer here and get her on the show. And here is I think I see her. That is fantastic. Okay, we're going to show you the snowpack here. And Jen, I will get you to turn your phone sideways if you could do that for me. Oh.
There we go.
I hope you're not. It doesn't seem to be. That is really weird. It doesn't seem to want to play ball with you when you turn it sideways. Now you're literally looking at me sideways. Oh, that's okay. That'll be fine.
We'll have to go back this way.
Yeah, that's great. We'll just get you centered in the middle of the screen. Hopefully we show up here. Okay, you can hear her. Look at this. We're back into the beach bunker, and let's see if we can. Yes, there we go. There, you've centered it. Lovely. You've centered it. It's just lovely. Jennifer, good morning.
Perfect.
Hey, welcome and happy St. Patrick's Day. Early.
Right, that's all right. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too. I'm loving all the shamrocks in the background.
Isn't that great? It's just for you. It's just, well, and all the sunshine.
I put my green on for you as well.
Well, and look at me.
A couple of days early.
This is, some might call it mint. I apologize. It's not a darker green. I don't own a whole lot of green. I'm even a Ryder fan. You would think that I'd have some kind of green in the closet, but I do have I have a unicorn headband on.
Looks fabulous.
Doesn't it?
Listen, we're a country of 50 shades of green in Ireland. Remember that.
Okay.
So we're not biased to the different colours of green, okay? Doesn't matter. Every shade is good.
We're just going to sit here and let you talk because we just love your accent. It is so awesome, and it's so good to see you again. It's like our little tradition. I really, first off, appreciate you doing this for us. And tell us a bit about your story because we have grown the audience considerably since we first started, and so there's some folks who don't know who you are. So tell us your story, Jen, and how you landed in our community.
Oh, sure. Well, listen, I'm delighted to be back. Thank you very much. I love talking about my homeland. I'm in Canada, listen, going on 11 years. I tell people witness protection, because why would somebody choose to go to Brandon, Manitoba when it can be minus 40 in the winter? But no, witness protection is far more exciting. I'm actually, do you know what, my husband, typical man, tradesman, Canada cries out for tradespeople. So one Sunday morning we went to one of these working abroad expos in Dublin and they said, who wants to move to Brandon, Manitoba? And we said, sure, why not? For the crack, we'll go. We'll come for a year.
Not for the meth. Not for the meth. For the
not
crack.
For the drug crack. Not for the hard drugs. For the fun. For the crack. The Irish crack is fun. We said, for the crack of it, we'll come to Canada for a year. And 11 years later, we're still here.
Wow. And so what has been the biggest adjustment coming? Because I'm sure that you found some community, you found some folks from home, you have found a fair amount of similarities, but what has been the biggest thing that you've had to adjust to?
Oh my God, that's a loaded question for a Friday morning. I would say probably the weather. Probably the weather, yeah, especially when it gets to that minus, we're talking. Driving. Listen, Ireland had snow last week. I laughed. You know when we had our big blizzard and they had an inch of snow and the whole place shut down? And I was laughing as, we were digging ourselves out of the house. So I'd say weather is a big difference. Now, don't get me wrong, Ireland isn't tropical climates, but you're not digging yourself out of your house.
Yeah.
Your eyelashes aren't freezing in Ireland.
Do they have potholes like we have here? Like, God, do they have?
You wouldn't. You'd be suing yourself left, right, and centre in Ireland if you had potholes like we do here. Now in country roads there'd be the odd pothole, but nothing like. They're not even potholes here. They're craters. You'd be swallowed up here. And yeah, that's the difference in Ireland. Because I remember driving into a pothole here and I nearly, again, my car was nearly swallowed. And I said, sure, that's it. I'm suing the local county council. You can't even do that here. In Ireland, you'd be suing them left, right, and centre. So they'd be filling them potholes pretty quick.
I think the Americans are like that too. Maybe we're doing something wrong because we do have a lot of these craters. So let's talk about St. Patrick's Day and what happens in Ireland. Now here, it's kind of an Americanized holiday. Lots of green beer. People eat stew and green beer, and I remember last year it was quite the education that stew and green beer is just like. Ugh, like the real stuff in Ireland is very much different, isn't it?
It is. And again, I think the most important message that I want to deliver to your audience today, Tyler, is everyone, it's not St. Pat's or Patty's. That's a big no-no to the Irish. It's very much either St. Patrick's Day or Paddy's Day. Not Patty, not Pat. Just need to get that out there. So we're very passionate about that.
And I understand that. So have there been fights? Have you seen like somebody, like tourists come into Ireland, when you were over there and say, hey, happy St. Paddy's Day. And then like a fight breaks out. Do they get like that?
No, I'm sure fisticuffs happen no matter where you go. But I don't know if we'd just be looking at them as if like, oh, look, typical tourist here. It's just I like to remind people, and people say Happy St. Pat's, and I'm like, oh God, no, it's Patrick's Day. But anyway, I suppose it's a little irritant to Irish people.
And I'm going to
have a laugh, and
listen,
we have a laugh about it.
Listen, Jennifer, I'm going to tell you something. I've up until I met you, you've changed me. I used that all the time because I was a radio person, and we're always saying things like, we're going to get 2 centimeters of snow tomorrow. Watch out for the white stuff. We're always trying to abbreviate and be cool on stuff. And after I met you last year, never again. Never.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But no, St. Patrick's Day, it's massive at home. It's obviously look, no matter what country you go to, everybody likes to celebrate it, which is great because remember, Ireland is an island of 6 million people, but yet I think I want to say it's 80 million people claim it as home. So us Irish have gone absolutely everywhere. So no matter where you go to, there's an Irish pub or something like that. So it's great that people like to celebrate St. Patrick's Day. But just for people who don't know, St. Patrick's Day it's like the 4th of July. It's like Canada Day. Everything shuts down in Ireland in the sense that nobody's going to work unless you work in pubs or in bars and that type of thing. Kids are off school. It's a big national holiday, and we would have there'll be parades obviously in Dublin and the big cities. They'll have massive parades, and people come from all over the world to go to these parades. Like you'll have dance schools from the States, from all over the world, and then the police in New York will come over and walk in the Irish. They want to walk in the Irish parade as well. But it's a massive day. It's really, really great fun. Ireland, for the most part, is a Catholic country, as probably you might know. So we take Lent very seriously. So during Lent, normally people will give up, sweets or crisps, which are your potato chips, or they might give up booze for the 40 days prior to Lent. But St. Patrick's Day is your one get out of jail free day. You can do what you want on St. Patrick's Day.
And that's why there's mayhem. And that's when it all started. Yeah. As soon as Lent wraps up, let the wheels come off. They're sucking diesel.
And the funny thing is Lent isn't even over. It's only in the middle of Lent. So we just say, screw it. We'll just go nuts for a day. Oh, but you know what? And it's so nice. So all the kids get dressed up today because obviously Ireland, the schools are closed on Monday. So I've seen all the pictures on social media and everyone's all ready for a fun day of school. But, listen, we love to celebrate Ireland. We do. We really, really do. So it's a brilliant day in the country. Right across the country, there'll be celebrations happening.
It is so much fun.
Across the world.
It's so much fun. Valentine's Day's got pressure on, getting something for a loved one. And Christmas, you got to buy gifts. And at Halloween, you got to buy candy and put up with snot-nosed kids at your door. Today or Sunday, it's like wear green, get drunk, eat food, hug your neighbor, give a high five, say Happy St. Patrick's Day. It's all good.
And listen to great music and the storytelling and all the rest. And just to let people know as well, St. Patrick, do you know St. Patrick wasn't Irish?
Really? Whoa.
There you go.
What was he?
St. Patrick was Welsh.
He was Welsh.
He was Welsh. Yeah. So that's the rumour about St. Patrick. Now, he's buried in Ireland, but he was actually Welsh, and he was famous for ridding Ireland of snakes. That's what St. Patrick was known for. But he was actually a Welshman.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
If you wanted to be Irish. See, like everyone, they want to be Irish.
Everybody. And on Sunday, everybody is, right? Just for the one day. Just for the one day.
Absolutely. And Monday as well. Because it's fallen on a weekend, you can claim Monday too. And today. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
40 weekend. That is fantastic. Okay, so if you have questions for Jen about anything in Ireland, anything about St. Patrick's Day, fire it in chat, and I will ask it of Jen while we've got her for the next few minutes. Okay, you guys? Road Reverend wants to know, are you a Conor McGregor fan?
No, absolutely not.
Uh-oh.
I used to be. You know what? It was great at one time. Everyone was really supporting him and backing him. But you know what? I think, and don't get me wrong, he's a great fighter, but I think some of his behaviour outside of the octagon was quite questionable. And I don't know if he's the best, if he's the biggest advocate for Ireland. We have the most amazing boxer called Katie Taylor. She was #1 in the world in women's boxing, and she's the one, I think, in Ireland in general. A lot of people want to back Katie because she's such a fantastic sportswoman, and we can be proud of her. Conor's obviously, he's a character, and I'd say a lot of it is I don't know. I wouldn't be the biggest fan of him anymore. But you know who I am a big fan of? Cillian Murphy, the first Irishman to win Best Actor in the Oscars the other day. So that's a big celebration for Ireland this week.
Big celebration. So who would you say is the big musical act? Is it U2? Would U2 be like the biggest?
But you know what? A lot of great. There's some great Irish musicians out there. U2 are obviously are pretty big. U2 is a neighbour of my parents, or U2 Bono, should I say? They're massive. We look with the Cranberries. Do you know what? Dermot Kennedy now is a massive one. He's a fellow dub as well, and Hosier. There's so many great Irish musicians out there.
Michelle says Niall Horan.
Niall Horan. And you know what? Niall Horan is from the same town as my mother-in-law in Mullingar, County Westmeath. So he's from a very small town in the Midlands of Ireland. But yeah, there's some fantastic Irish singers. Listen, I should be an Irish singer. I'm great at belting out a tune. I'm not really.
Well,
I like to think I am.
Well, and being so close to Bono, Bono. You know, we should belt out some U2 before we have to say goodbye. We should have a little duet.
I asked my mother, did she want me to sing at her funeral yesterday? My parents are here in Canada, so we're going to celebrate St. Patrick's Day together. And you know what my mother said to me? She goes, yeah, that'd be a great way of waking me from the dead. It's not a horrific thing to say about her daughter singing.
Do you know, and since the last, speaking of funerals, and I love this, I hope this is living on somewhere digitally for many years to come, and my kids find it someday, but there's an Irish saying that goes like this. Do you know what the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral is? One less person. Is that true?
One less person. Yeah. Do you know what? An Irish funeral is... You can have good crack at an Irish funeral. Did you see on YouTube the funeral of Shane MacGowan from the Pogues?
No, I got to write that down.
Watch it on YouTube. Obviously, Shane died a few months ago, and everybody said after they all want a funeral like Shane MacGowan. They sang a fairy tale. Like all these people came. Johnny Depp was at it. There was loads of people in Ireland, and it was a hoolie. people just went, and it was in the church, but everybody got up and sang Fairy Tale of New York. It was like just a big celebration.
They get
so
it.
Everyone should YouTube that. I want a funeral like Shane McGowan.
I'm going to find it. I'm going to put it on my website in the show notes after today, so it'll be easy for you to find at tylerglenshow.com, because I think that is, I know that when you lose somebody, it's sad because of the loss, but I think what is lost most times is the actual blessings that we had over their life, and to look back and celebrate that we were so lucky that we had these people. And I feel like that's my little soul connection to the Irish, is they get that. I find that too. And, when I break out into a party at a funeral in Canada, people frown on me for doing that. But 6-packs in the parking lot, just find me. We'll be having a tailgate. Okay. More questions for you. Let me just, I'm just going to go through chat here and find some more here. Okay, we did Conor McGregor. What do you miss most about Ireland?
The people.
Oh, the people.
But you know what, I think last year I probably said the food, Tyler, but I miss, I was home in Ireland a couple of weeks ago, actually for a funeral, unfortunately. But you know what I miss? I arrived into Dublin Airport, and just the welcome that you get. When you arrive into customs and you hand in your passport, and the fella said to me, welcome home, Jennifer. Or just the banter that you have with people. There's, you walk into the shops, they're just having the chats with you. I miss it. I really, really miss that side of things.
Oh, makes me kind of sad. I think we're kind of losing that. Canada used to be a lot more. I think that just, people coming, Canada is welcoming so many people from elsewhere around the world, and they're so conservative and they're shy. We're kind of losing a little bit of that. And I think that when Canada started and we had Irish people as part of the foundation of the country, that's what helped us to be this friendly country that people are like, Canadians are so friendly. It's so great. Well, Irish people are a big part of that.
Yeah, but Canadians are very, very friendly. But what I will say is, for it's being a traveller, as in I travel quite a lot. That's my my job. But I enter into so many different countries, and the first port of entry is those custom officers. And Canada could learn, every country could learn from Ireland. I came into Canada last week or 2 weeks ago, and again, they don't even welcome you. They don't even grunt. It's like they take your passport. Remember, and I'll say the same about the US as well. It's the first port of entry. A smile goes a long way. Welcome. Nice to have you here. And that's one thing you'll get from the moment you step into Dublin Airport or you arrive off that plane. And I think it sets the tone for, I probably said it last year, the Céad Míle Fáilte, which means 100,000 welcomes. That's what we want when people come into Ireland. And I miss that. And every country could learn a little bit about that.
Blessed Mama says, well said. Well said. Winner's bell for you. Winner's bell.
Brilliant.
Winner's bell. Brilliant. We're sucking diesel, I'll tell you this morning. That is fantastic. And there's always time for the rubber glove. I mean, just be kind, to say hello and welcome. And I mean, they're worried that, if somebody's trying to steal, smuggle drugs or something in do we really want to welcome them? Well, really, there's plenty of time to get to all the pat downs and strip downs and stuff like that. So
Exactly.
Zumba Bernice, who is our most traveled sun seeker. She just got back from Thailand, a month there. She's been all over the world. She says, that's it. Ireland next. You've sold, and Zumba Bernice will go. She will go. Okay, Zumba Bernice, you will be our eyes on the ground in Ireland when you go. Do you know what the longest place name in Ireland is? Why would somebody ask that? Is there because they have long
place?
Do they have long names? Is that Richard? Is that a trick question? The longest name
Sounds like a trick question, Richard. I have no idea. There is.
There's lots
probably places with long names.
What about long sayings? What is the saying that as we have to round the corner here? May the sun hit your back, and may the sun be at your face. Or do you know any of those that do
you know what? They're made up, I think.
They're made up.
I think they're made. I do. I think, again, we have the gift of, in Ireland, the gift of Codswallop. So we probably make stuff up, but I don't think we use those sayings very often.
Okay. So before we have to let you go, what I do want to know is I want to boil it down to one alcoholic drink. You and I, you're picturing you and I sitting at a table, and we're having one alcoholic drink, and we're having one plate of food to eat. What are we having for St. Patrick's Day? What should I do? Because I'm going to go Google it. I'll post this on my website later today so that others can too get the Jennifer approved St. Patrick's Day feast. What will we do?
What will we do? Oh, you see, I'm going to go back to the Irish chipper, like battered sausage and chips and a garlic dip would be absolutely delicious. We're doing none of this stew or Guinness pie or any of that.
Okay.
We're going battered sausage, chips, covered and smothered in salt and vinegar, wrapped in newspaper, a tub of garlic sauce. We might throw in a spice bag that you've all heard about last year. Oh, we're going to have a selection of stuff. It's going to be a feast. It's going to be like it's going to be like the Last Supper. What are we going to have to drink? Do you know what? I'm Irish. I'm not a big drinker. I know.
What should I have then? What should
you have? But I was going to say, there's a non-alcoholic drink called a rock shandy. Jeez, it's the best. A rock shandy. We would have grown up as that with kids. It's like fizzy orange and fizzy lemon mixed together, and you got it in a pint glass. But when you're hungover, you can't beat a pint of rock shandy with lots of ice. So Bernice, when you go to Ireland, ask for a rock shandy.
Oh yeah.
But from a drinks perspective, we're in Ireland, Tyler. I think you have to have a pint of the black stuff, because it's very different to the Guinness that you get elsewhere. The Guinness in Ireland is different. The taste of it is different. It's much, much better. And then what you can do is you can pop a dollop of blackcurrant in it. So a lot of pregnant women, actually, I would have done the same. When you're expecting, you would have, your doctor would recommend having a glass of Guinness. I know everyone's going to be like, oh my God, you can't be encouraging this. But it's not, it's full of iron. Full of iron. Now, I'm not talking you to go out and get K-eyed on Guinness when you're pregnant. I'm just talking about if you're low in iron, you have a glass of Guinness and a dash of blackcurrant, and it'll do you the world of good.
That is fascinating. Well, and I remember going to Mexico for the first time, and I had tequila, and I was never a big tequila drinker, and it's different when you go there and you have it in the country. And I hope someday I do get to go to Ireland and have a Guinness, because I'm not big on it, but somehow I think that's exactly what would happen, is that you end up bringing the taste home. And then when you have one here, it's like, it's a taste of Ireland.
You will know.
Oh, no. Oh, we lost you, Jen. Oh, and we were just ending there. Oh, my gosh. We lost her. I hope you... Oh, there you are. Oh, you're back. We lost you for a second. Oh, but we don't have any audio. Oh, there we go.
Sorry.
No, that's okay.
He was trying to call me there.
Oh,
no, you have to have Guinness when you're in Ireland. And it's almost like having food as well, because it's very heavy. But it's can't be missed.
Jennifer Murray, thank you so much. Happy St. Patrick's Day. I look forward to this. Please, if you're around, please come back next year and do it again. You're our tradition for St. Patrick's Day. There's nobody better.
And one day we'll do it live from Ireland.
Oh, we always say that. Yes, well.
But you know what? We should put a group trip together. There you go.
A group trip to Ireland.
A group trip to Ireland. I'll host you, and we'll go around and we'll do a road trip. I bet you listen. I think we'll get a few people who'll want to go.
I think we've got a few people now as we wrap up that are already putting a deposit down. Holy cow.
There you go.
Jennifer,
there you go.
Happy St. Patrick's Day. Thank you so much. Be safe.
Very much.
And we will see you again. Thank you.
Take care, everyone. Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Jen Murray, she is so awesome. Couldn't you just have her talk all day? Her accent is amazing. She is... lives down the street from the band U2, or grew up there and knows all these Irish stars, and of course is very well versed in the culture, and so it's an ideal person to have on for St. Patrick's Day and get all ready. And I guess St. Patrick's Day trip coming up. Who wants to come along on a big group drunken stupor to Ireland? I think that that would be fantastic. Holy cow. I do want to make mention of one of our sponsors, Natural Elements Brandon. They are your rejuvenation headquarters. If you want to rest and relax, maybe a Guinness isn't in the cards for you. Maybe, you're not one of those folks who have a Guinness to relax. You would rather relax naturally. And they have holistic services, the float therapy, halo therapy, coaching, natural energy therapies, this Tranquil Wellness Center. They're at 2940 Victoria Avenue. Everything you could ever want to know about natural elements. What an amazing place to go for natural rest, relaxation, and rejuvenation. Floataway.ca. Again, floataway.ca. Now, I know we were talking about green beer and how that's a tradition on this side of the pond, but Skydancer Casino from 4 till 9 on St. Patrick's Day has $2 beers. $2 beers in the Skydancer Lounge for St. Patrick's Day. And that's not all. They've got St. Patrick's Day draws happening. 20 winners of $200 cash. Earn some points on your player's card on your favorite slot machine on Sunday, and 20 winners will just instantly be drawn to win $200 cash. So this weekend might be a great weekend to check out maybe the water park, and of course, it's a green weekend at the Skydancer Casino, just 88 minutes south of Brandon in Belcourt, North Dakota. And Kuiper's Bakery, I should have asked her about the baked goods. I'm sure that Ireland has got some amazing baked goods. Why don't you go into Kuiper's Family Bakery and get something filled with cream? Some of those cream-filled pastries would be good to go with your Guinness for St. Patrick's Day. Kuiper's Family Bakery is your family bakery. Skilled bakers pour their passion into every loaf of bread, hot dog and hamburger bun, fluffy cinnamon bun, every decadent pastry, and every batch of irresistible monster cookies. Go visit them for the weekend. Load up on some baked goodies. It will go great with a coffee tomorrow morning, one of those sticky buns, at Kuiper's Family Bakery, 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner beside Tasties. We're going back to Ireland now. It's the St. Patrick's Day show. The St. Patrick's Day show, and some people who have enjoyed St. Patrick's Day just a little too much coming up in the next little bit. But first, we're going to go back to Ireland. This is a live shot of Bundoran Beach in Ireland. Live shot this morning as we take a quick beach break, and I'm going to get a coffee refill, and we'll be back with more in just a moment. Doodle-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. It's going to get windy today. Really, really windy. That is a live shot of Ireland on a Friday as we round the corner for our friends on Facebook, YouTube, and X. We do have to say goodbye and move to VIP hour, which means that folks on the Twitch platform will get the bonus hour, and we're going to talk about the addition of self-security to the self-checkout. And we're going to talk about Toronto police and their advice to homeowners when it comes to cars being stolen. Very important advice. Move over, club. You don't need the club anymore. We'll explain. It's rather funny. But what isn't funny is the wind coming. 80 kilometer an hour winds this afternoon, and we could see 2 centimeters of snow tomorrow and then sun to wrap up the weekend. But there is a snow system that's going to be moving into the area, so we want to let you know about that. Here is our air temperature map for this fantastic Friday. Kids are not in school today. It's Professional Development Day in our province. So kids are home from school, enjoying the day off today. Teachers likely doing some kind of training. Some have Parent-Teacher Day today. And here is our wind chill map. And then we'll take a look at the snowpack map. And then we'll have to wrap things up on Facebook and X and wish you a happy St. Patrick's Day. Thanks again to Jen Murray for coming on the show and talking all things Ireland. We're moving the party over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. There is still time to get on over there. Give it a try. You don't even need an account to give it a try, to come watch. But once you come over, you're going to want to get a username so that you can jump into chat and have conversations with our Sunseekers. It's always a lot of fun. So there is the wind chill. Here is the snowpack. And again, when we come back on Monday, oh my gosh, it's going to be the first week of spring. How exciting is this? It's like Christmas on the show. It's our second Christmas because spring is just about here. So again, we will say adios, amigos. Thank you so much for being here for the St. Patrick's Day edition of the show. The rest of the show is for VIPs only. Very important people, very important Sunseekers, and they're on the Twitch platform. So it's at this point in time we say goodbye to our friends on TikTok. Thank you, TikTok. Happy St. Patrick's Day on Sunday. Be safe. I am going to post the food that Jennifer recommended on my website, by the way, at tylerglenshow.com once the show is over, so that you can have the inside scoop on what really to have on St. Patrick's Day, what the real deal is. Thank you, YouTube. Have a great St. Patrick's Day. We'll see you on Monday at 7 o'clock for another round of shows. Be safe this weekend. Happy